Well, first, let me tell you what my Oklahoma mama told me. If you're gonna take shrooms and this is your first time taking it, or if you're thinking about taking it, do not, I repeat, do not. Well, what's up, beautiful people? Let me actually take my hair out. Should I take my hair out? What's up, beautiful people? Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you are new. My name is Kitty. Hey y'all. If you're a returning subscriber, sending lots of love your way. Let me just jump on into this story time before I not feel like telling this story. So this is going to be a shrooms video, me sharing my experience with you guys. So if you're interested in that, then keep watching. If you're watching this on my podcast, then sending lots of love your way. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to be talking about golden teacher. So if the mushroom strand, golden teacher. So you can look that up and look up all the benefits and whatnot. If you can hear the construction work outside, I do apologize. It's completely outside of my control. They're working on the road out there. But yeah, if you hear that, that's what that is. So if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my notes because there are some tips that I do want to share with you guys for those of you who have been asking me, just there's certain things that I want to share with you guys. So I have these written down so I don't forget. Okay, y'all. So April 1st last year is when this all happened, okay? So April 1st of last year, I ordered 2.5 grams of shrooms of golden teacher, and it was around 8 a.m. and on 8 a.m. on an empty stomach, okay? I didn't eat anything. The reason why I chose 8 a.m. is because I didn't know how long it was going to last. And I didn't want to be tripping off shrooms all day. So I just decided to just do it in the morning and see how it goes throughout the rest of the day. So 8 a.m. April 1st on an empty stomach. And let me tell you, it tastes disgusting. If I've ever tasted caca, which I've never tasted caca, but that is what I imagined it would make me taste like. It would the taste was so nasty. I was swallowing it, just chewing it real fast and because it was so nasty. The taste was horrible. But we don't take things for the taste all the time. So so yeah. After I ate it, a few minutes later, I started feeling very, very nauseous. I was like, ooh, maybe I shouldn't have swallowed it. You guys, chew it. Okay? Chew it. It's disgusting. It tastes nasty. You're going to taste it in your teeth for a little bit, but chew it, okay? Just chew it. Okay? So, I was like, whoa, I'm feeling very nauseous right now. I don't like this. Make it go away. And I'm like, ooh, I definitely feel like I gotta throw up for maybe I don't know, 15-20 minutes. I was like, ooh. I actually ended up throwing up in the sink. Mostly just the stems of the shrooms. So if you cut open the stem of the shroom, the mushroom, it'll be whatever that is in the inside. But anyways, so it was just the outer layer of the mushroom stem. Okay, maybe I'll have a visual right here so you guys know what I'm talking about. But anyways, So that is what I ended up just throwing back up my body. Just was like, what? So, and then after I threw up, I was just like laid out. Like throwing up hurts. It's just really, it just takes all of me. But anyway, so after I threw up, I got in the shower and took a shower. And that's when the shrooms had hit me. The whole room around me turned yellow, and it was like I was in a ballroom, and I'm in the shower. Okay, I'm in the shower. So, and it was like the whole room had turned into a big, spacious, yellow ballroom, right? And I'm just in the shower. So I'm in the shower just like, you know, just really dancing in the shower like I'm at the ball. For real. And so I get out the shower, and it just didn't feel good at first. Like I was just, you know, going out of it. And then I contacted my girl Moon, and I was like, I think I'm about to flip out right now. Like, I think I'm flipping out. And then she basically like walked me through it, and I ended up calming down, because what happens was I think I was just being a bit too paranoid, and my anxiety was rising, which can happen, but you want to calm yourself down. Which brings me to my tip. If this is your first time or you're thinking about it, well, first let me tell you what my Oklahoma mama told me. If you're gonna take shrooms and this is your first time taking it, or if you're thinking about taking it, do not, I repeat, do not do shrooms if you're in the wrong headspace. You won't enjoy your experience at all. And she was speaking from her experience, so I'm telling you, because so that won't be your experience. Okay, so that's my huge tip out there. Make sure that if you hear that siren, it can get serious. Okay, it can get that serious, ambulance serious. So you want to make sure that you're not taking too much. Like I said, I ordered 2.5 grams, and I only took half of that 2.5 grams. Okay, and that was still just a little bit too much. Next time I would take less. Okay, so I hope that's making sense, y'all. But yeah, so if you are around people, make sure you're around people that you trust, people that you know. Okay, because safety first, people. You can do it by yourself, and you should be okay. If you know someone who's done shrooms, and they're willing to like supervise you or join, that would make for a fun time, for sure. If you're scared that you're not ready, then you're not ready, okay? Don't let anybody talk you into it. If you're not ready, then you're not ready. You'll be ready when you're ready. All right. And then this is a big tip, which I guess I'll say it now because I've already thrown out my other tips. But my other tip is to, if this is your first time taking shrooms, or even if this isn't your first time taking shrooms and you're taking shrooms again, be intentional. Like, ask whatever questions that you have, write them down or think about them or whatever. Just be intentional about when you're taking these shrooms, especially Golden Teacher, because the answers will be revealed to you. Like, it's out of this world. I'm gonna get more into the story, but like, you, like, whatever you want to unlock within yourself or whatever you want to feel, just be intentional about it before you take the shrooms. Like, your experience, like, it's gonna be a good one doing it that way. But yes, so let's just get into the story. Okay, so once I calmed down and I could actually enjoy my experience, so after I calmed down and got relaxed, the reason how I know that the shrooms kicked in is because my legs literally felt like I was gonna go shroom. boom, you know what I'm saying? Like I felt like a freaking bullet. Like my legs felt like they were just, I don't know, like a rocket. Like I felt really, really fast. Like I felt like I could be faster than a cheetah when the shrooms kicked in. Like my body felt so energized. Like I was on 1,000. Like I felt like for real, like that is exactly how I felt. Like I was tripping, you know. All right, so like my leg, like I felt like that's what I felt like. Just I wanted to take off like a missile, like a rocket, like shoot me, shoo. That's what I felt like. And on top of that, like I actually have audio, so you guys just listen to me. I feel like I'm about to take off running, like full speed, like. Yes, like I feel like a freaking. I feel like a bullet, like I'm about to. So yes. And that's like exactly, like it was like energy, like I could feel my body like power up, like it was like a surge of energy, like it was crazy. So and then I felt that feeling, and then I felt so, like everything around me, like I was on the vibration of my children. Like have you ever seen, you know, like you walk up in Chuck E. Cheese on a birthday party, everybody everywhere, there's laughter, there's screaming, there's just everything. And the crazy part about it is I don't know how loud we actually were. You know what I'm saying? Like you walk in on your kids playing, you know how rambunctious it sounds. That's what was going on. Like I was on a high level of laughter. Like it was wild, it was fun, it was sporadic, it was literally like being at Chuck E. Cheese. We just tripping, like we laughing, and like it's like we're all like just having a really good time. Like everything is just funny. And like it really, I mean, like we're tripping off shrooms, but it really feels like we're tripping and just high off of life. Like life is funny. Being a human right now is funny. Like everything is just, everything feels good. Like like I felt like I was being tickled. Like I was just like, ah. Yo, it was, you know, it was it was fun. Like it was funny. Like it was just, yeah. Like when they kicked in, like it was just, but the crazy part about it, like I could have died laughing. Like everything was so funny. I was like a hyena, like up in there just dying laughing, just all over the place, like a really like a kid at Chuck E. Cheese, just boom boom boom. Or if you got kids, you know how they be when you're like, sit down, that's enough, all over the place. That's really how, that's how it was. Like it definitely, like I said, it opened up my hype. Like I was filled with energy, like literally like a jumping bean. So I took the shrooms at 8, and a couple hours later, the laughing wore off, and it was just, you know, just the giggles, lightly the giggles. But that was like super that was super fun, right? And so everything, like my senses were intensified. So you know how we looking, everything was like 3D, but like my senses were amplified. Like I could hear nature, like the birds and stuff are in my ear, like this close, and everything, like my senses were bright. Nothing was dull. All the colors around me were just so bright and so vibrant and so beautiful. Like amazing. It was just really, really good. Like I wanted to become nature. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to become the mud. I wanted to feel myself form and become a tree. Like I wanted to be nature. Like I knew that that's where I belong. Like how do I become the dirt? Like I feel like whatever my mind can think of, I can become. That's how I felt. Like I'm standing there and I feel like whoosh, I can become a water puddle. It just happened. Now I'm a water puddle. You know, that's how I was feeling. My imagination was on 1,000. You know what I'm saying? Everything was on 1,000. Everything was amplified. My senses were amplified. My hearing was amplified. My vision was amplified. Like everything was so intense in a great way. And once I calmed down, like there was a heating sensation, there was a cooling sensation, but once I calmed down after that, the spiritual senses started kicking in. Okay, so now I'm at high awareness. Okay, now I'm realizing that a lot of SHIT that I've been doing doesn't even matter. A lot of the stuff I'm worried about doesn't even matter. I've been so serious, and for what? The stuff I've been serious about doesn't even matter at the end of the day. You know, and I was able to really step outside myself and see the bigger picture of my life. Just really, really right in front of me. Like right in front of me. Like I'm watching, you know, do. You know, and I'm seeing like my priorities. Like, am I prioritizing them? What can I do better? Like the solutions was just right in front of me. Like I can pick, okay, let me try out this solution. Got it. You know, it was like that. Like it was like I'm just like really realizing, like I realized like my family is awesome, you know, and you know, it just everything good about myself, like I was able to realize it and appreciate that. And then I really got some like really good guidance, and it was like reassurance, like, you know, like everything that I'm doing is enough, you know, and where in areas where I felt like I wasn't doing enough, solutions presented themselves to me, like this is how you can get better, this is what you can do next. And it was just like, and it wasn't like I wasn't like on high alert, I wasn't on high anxiety, I'm just like just chilling. I'm not even blaming myself. That the emotions of blame, shame, guilt, regret, as I'm doing this reflection, doesn't even, like, I'm detached from those emotions, you know. I'm just like, you know, aware. You know, there's no reason for me to feel guilt, there's no reason for me to feel shame, there's no reason for me to feel regret, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're moving forward from here. And that was what was being presented with me, like, but yeah, so that was like amazing. And then it was at that moment too that I realized, like, in me being this serious, I am trapping my inner child. And in trapping my inner child, I am restricting myself, and I am keeping myself from joy, from all of what I just experienced. I am keeping myself from that because I've been just on the grind, basically, on the grind of life, just getting sidetracked with, you know, unnecessary things, really unnecessary things, just keeping up and making sure, like, you know, just everything, just making sure, like, everything that I was doing, you know, as far as being a workaholic in a sense, like, why are you working so hard? And you working so hard, but you know what I'm saying, like, you love your kids, but they're becoming so annoying at this point because you're so focused on work, you know, and like how to set these boundaries and everything like that came to the surface. But I was able to receive everything that I needed to receive, the understanding, you know what I'm saying, then the clarity, because like I said, I was detached from the emotions of shame, of guilt, of regret. Those emotions weren't present as I'm doing this reflection. So I was able to just get the information that I needed and the solutions on what to do next moving forward. It was just really, really beautiful. I did like really feel like I needed to cry. But I was like, I kind of like, I held that in because, and the reason why I held the crying in is because it just wasn't, it was just me crying to real, it like, not sad cry, like I wasn't sad for my inner child. It was just like, crying because this was the answer, like this is it, you know, like that type of crying. Yeah, I cry for everything, but that was the type of cry that I would have been that I was going for. So it was good. And so after the spiritual aspect kicked in, then I was more so on like a scientific mindset, you know, just really analyzing the environment and what we can do as a people, as a whole, you know, to make things better, to make communities better, to make our way of living better. And I was on a scientific the analytical scientific mind is just, that was just wild. When the solutions was presenting themselves to me, they were like literally like simple solutions. You know what I'm saying? Like the amount of waste that goes on a day-to-day basis, you know, just because people are wasteful. Like I worked at jobs where they threw food away instead of letting employees take it home with them, or giving it out to the people and the homeless, you know, and stuff like that. You know, just little things that we could do that would make a really big difference. And you know, like putting your trash in the trash. You know, just little things like that. I'm even gonna get started on that, and y'all seen the look. I was about to talk about it, but we'll save that for a different video. But so then so we ended up watching Jacoy, I think that's how you say his name. He's on Netflix, comedian. And that really helped with the hyena laughing. But once that wore off, oh my gosh, like I was tuned in to the amount of stupid that people say, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is hurting every ounce of me. Like I cannot be around or listen to anything stupid, like not right now. That is not challenging my mind right now. Like I can't be around that. I can't. But it was funny as hell, but then it was just like, what is this trash? This is so distorting to the mind. Turn it off. But yeah. And like I could see like how inappropriate and unattractive like shows and movies and the way people speak, and just it was just all like right there. And then it was crazy because I could hear it was some, I don't know, it was like some Spanish, you know, like you have the suggestions on like Netflix and the previews pop up and play sometimes. Well, there was this like Spanish show or movie. It was a Spanish movie, and it was in Spanish, like they were speaking Spanish. But before I actually tuned in and paid attention to what was going on, I was hearing it in English, and I was like, I may have been Spanish in a previous life, or I know Spanish deep down engraved in this body. But yes, it was just so amazing. And then, like I said, everything was right now I'm going through my notes to make sure I didn't miss anything. My senses were magnified. I talked about that. Nature was just illuminating, and I became so poetic. Like it was just beautiful. And oh, another thing, what I noticed with the kids is that they were naturally drawn to me. Like they're naturally drawn to me anyway, but this time it was different. It was like we were the kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you see how kids address other kids on a playground when they want to play. Like they walk up to you and be like, you want to play? It was that type of vibe, you know, like the kids were just naturally attracted to me, like I was another kid, you know. Like that's why I said like I was on the the wavelength of the children, like very innocent. Like my inner child really got to pop out while I was on shrooms. It was a great experience. While I was hanging out with the kids, that was actually when I realized, like, whoa, like my inner child has been missing this. This is why I haven't been able to, you know, really enjoy my life. You know, this is why things have been so stressful for me, because like I've been missing out on the play, and you know, just because I've been afraid, you know, and just afraid of the whatever that's going to be, you know, given to me, whether it's rejection, whether it's, you know, just being judged or whatever. You know, I was just you know, the innocent part of me just really wanted to be, and that's what I was in this moment, just unafraid, not bound by titles or laws, just free right now. I was so very present. I was present, but I was also like seeing the bigger picture present, and it was just absolutely amazing. It was just like I really understood, and I was able to see how much being an adult kept me from being a child. If that makes sense, you know? And like really, like I got a lot of perspective, because like right here I say like, wow, and you think you're doing great, but you see that there's a part of you that's been missing out, you know? Ooh, I took some really good notes. And let me just read it, because I'm going to read it because we're talking about this. Adult self is so serious. Child self is not so serious. Highly energetic like a speed bullet. This was my, me writing down my experience. Highly energetic like a speed bullet. Naive in nature, creative like I'm literally thinking, how can I make a jungle gym? And why doesn't everyone feel this good? I realize I've become too serious and it's time to play. My childlike energy has been kept away. The answers to my questions has been to connect with my inner child, view life through her eyes. That is the experience, to see things as they are. Is bliss. I melt into whatever right now, and right now it's like this room is in nature. Now let me tell you, when I say it was like the room was in nature, I literally felt like I lived in a cottage in the woods, and if I stepped out the back door, we'd be in the woods. That's what I felt like. I felt like my, like, presently in the cottage in the woods. Like I really felt that. Like that was the whole, like that comforting feeling of just being one with nature. And it's just you and nature. It just felt so safe and comfortable. Like, yeah, and then I said a cottage in the woods is what I feel like, what it feels like right now. And Ela just said, gas, we should be a house. We are definitely on the wavelength of our children, high and happy, in tune with nothing but nature and your siblings. Definitely, oh yes, definitely easy to slip into a meditative state. It's like peaceful state. You're aware of your surroundings, but there's peace stirring and awareness. Like, I mean, it was absolutely just like present. It was calm. It was peaceful, but there was so much joy in the air. It was just really amazing. Like, just walked Kay and the imagination was on 1,000. Me and Sean was literally running through the woods back here with Kay, laughing our asses off and playing out different scenarios. Seen a water puddle, and we literally was walking from the water puddle to the end of the dirt road and back again for who knows how long. Like, just walking and talking and laughing. Like, we bust out laughing when we found out that we were doing it. It's like, I'm so present. Time doesn't exist and the day is irrelevant. And mind you, it was a rainy day and it wore off in 5 hours. So from 8 to 1:37. Okay, the experience is worn off. I still feel the bliss and... My bad, y'all. I don't know where I stopped at my camera. My camera memory was full. Okay, the experience is worn off. I still feel bliss and calm and happy, but I think that's just me. I actually think I think I actually satisfied my inner child too, all this playing and laughing and allowing myself to be an experience. So yeah, that lasted 5 hours. Definitely fun, and if I wanted to, for sure, could have had a deeper spiritual experience. This gloomy, rainy day definitely felt sunny and warm and full of brightness. So yeah, it was just really, really amazing. That was my shroom experience. If you enjoyed this video, let me know. If you have a shroom experience that you want to share, do so in the comment section below.